wrong person. That's not who I wanted in there. Bye.
That's okay. I got it.
Okay. All right. Good grief.
You guys can do it if you want. I'll go take a nap.
Completely random there. All right. So, all right. No, I am not in my workshop. And those that know why, I know somebody in the chat room does, and I'm going to have to pull this up. Merlin 1392, Tim says, I'm feeling damn awesome tonight. You know what? So am I, because
family show.
It is a family show, but because we did a damn dive today, we had a 5-5 virtual, one of 44 in the world. I keep saying 42, but it's actually 44. There's only 10 in the U.S., and we got the fine today. So yeah, it was great. I'm up here in Bristol right now. Tennessee. Actually, I'm in Virginia, Bristol, Virginia right now. Just on the other border of Tennessee, from Tennessee. So we got out there.
You are in a hotel room, right?
Yeah.
So if you freeze up or end up being slow, it's the internet.
It's a hotel room. In fact, it wasn't until we just kicked the open that I started getting the slow sign on there. So it's like, come on, of course. So, but loved seeing everybody in here. Of course, we got Gary's. Of course, well, no, he's not in the green room, but that was rather random when I pulled him in by accident. He might have switched that.
Sure, it was. I can get a hint. I'm out.
Yeah, so Gary's laying in the back just in case something happens with the internet here. But we got Dave in here, and then Houston Dave. 5-5 virtual. It was all of that 5-5 virtual, and Tim or Merlin will tell you that as well. 3 times. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna. I did a video, so it's gonna be the first that we know of, first ever geocache find. I don't reveal it, but the first geocaching video, scuba video ever made. So that'll be coming out next week. So it'll be a lot of fun. All right, so let's hear. We got GC DSK11 in here coming in from Medicine Hat saying, let's get this party started. DS Mavis is joining us, and from Atlanta. Gary down in Texas. Yeah. Andrew Bell on the Move is coming in from California. Cheers from California and feeling damn awesome. All right. Yeah, but you didn't do the dive. So, all right. Darren coming in from Australia. And let's see here. Pizza Ninja is over in New York. And let's see. Houston Dave, of course, is in Houston. Dave's in Houston, Texas. So just love seeing everybody in here. DJ W House is with us. So Mini Mag also coming in from Texas. Or not Texas. That was random. Sorry.
California.
That's going to be my call. Random. I am tired. I'm exhausted. I am not as young as I used to be able to do these dives. But it was fun. It's a good tired. So yeah, Merlin's saying it's GCK9 PV. The cache was put out in 2004. So yeah, that's the cache that we did today. That's cool.
I didn't realize it was so old.
Yeah, it was a 2004 cache, and it's only been found as of today 22 times. Make that 21 because we questioned one of them. But there's only.
Don't be that person, though. Come on.
Don't be that person. There's only 20 smileys on this cache. So super rare, super excited. So yeah, I'm a little hyped up right now. Water, and just adrenaline, but tired at the same time. So, all right. I think that's enough of the randomness of that part. We'll get into more of this later.
Take care of the sponsors.
The Pizza Ninjas asked, is Derek going to build a gadget cache out of things in his hotel room?
I'll sit here and watch that.
No, we don't have MacGyver on with us tonight. I haven't seen MacGyver and Flo jump on. I think since he's a MacGyver, he could build a cache out of that. I mean, I have a bunch of camera equipment back over here. Where
MacGyver and Flo is on. He's right here.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, he is there. Come from California. All right, sorry, didn't see you over there. So maybe he can MacGyver something together for us.
We'll chalk that up to being tired.
Yeah,
we'll allow it this time.
Yeah, it's 3 dives, and it wasn't necessarily the dive that was the hard part. It's the swim to get to the dive. That was about a 30-minute swim just to get to where we could go down for the dive, each way. not one each way. So, all right. Before we get much further, Chad, we need to go ahead and take care of our sponsors, and then we'll get into more randomness because
that's what tonight's about.
From Sunday night, I've seen some different things that we want to talk about. That's come in through email as well. Some ideas from other viewers.
Yeah,
we can talk about that, and then you got some stuff that you have that you have. So, all right, but let's go ahead and take care of our sponsors, and then we'll be right back.
If you have not become a patron of the Geocache Talk Network, what are you waiting for? Patron levels start as low as a Bison Tube level at $3 a month. To sign up is easy. Simply go to the Geocache Talk website and click on the Become a Patron button, or go to patreon.com/Geocache Talk. Patrons now get the famous Blackout coin, invites to special events, and other really great items throughout the year. Become a patron today.
Logwork, the creators of the fantastic logbook, made with genuine write-in-the-rain paper. The logbook's designed for the micro-containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who'd rather go caching than doing cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
Have you subscribed to FTF Magazine yet? FTF Magazine is the #1 geocaching magazine available. It is a quarterly magazine that you can be part of. Submit your geocaching milestones and adventures to be published. FTF Magazine is also interactive with puzzles to solve and the hunt to find Spartacus. If you can solve the puzzle or find Spartacus, then you will be entered in to win a special path tag. Every new subscription, you will receive a special swag pack. Subscribing is easy. Just visit FTF's website, ftfgeo.com. Don't miss out and subscribe today.
All right. So the answer, Minimag, no, I am not bent. And let's see here. Let's see. He was also mentioning if come out to Cali, and I will take you out diving. That sounds awesome. But your water's cold. The water was cold today. I do not like getting into a 7 mil suit. If it can be in less than a 7 mil suit, I'm game for it. But I lived in California. That water's still cold. So in Bell and Move is, oh, cool. Certified as well. I'm certified. Count me in. You know what? Sounds like there's a dive trip, and you're certified, Chad.
Yes. I'll admit it's been a few years.
Yeah.
But
so maybe
5 or 6 years.
So maybe not this month.
Yeah.
After Cache
I didn't
Fest.
get an invite for you guys' damn dive, so it's okay.
Well, you're already coming out for Cache Fest, but we'll do something. But why don't here's a theme for a show. This might come. I would love, and I know some of the other ones that because there's 4 gadget builders that are all certified to dive. But do we know if there is a gadget dive cache? I don't know. So if anybody, let us know if you know if there's a gadget dive cache. So it wouldn't have to be hard to find. Just difficult to get into.
You got to do it deep enough, though. So this is part of the gadget, or maybe it's a puzzle. So you got to look at your times, and it has to be deep enough to where you only have so many minutes to work on it. It's almost like a Mission Impossible dive gadget.
Yeah.
Cache.
So how?
But I guess it depends if you're diving with mixed air or not, mixed gas or.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, you want to be able to. Not everybody's. Put it maybe at 50 feet, something where they're 50, 45 feet. It's enough that you can't free dive down to it. But you'd have to something on your BC that you may have to use. So maybe you have to use bubbles somehow to do something.
Use air.
Mm-hmm. That might be kind of a cool dive cache.
That'd be fun. If you could pump air into something, have something come up. Unfortunately, to make something like that and then install it underwater, depending on how complicated it is, that may take a while. And then for me around here, we have mainly the sound. We get tons of currents through there. So it would, I don't know how well it would hold up, but I think it's a good idea.
For around here, there's a lot of Merlin and I were talking about doing a quarry dive, and they've sunk a lot of stuff in there, and it looks great. And it's 80 degrees, 60 feet, because It's aerated. So something like that, and you go down and there's a birdhouse that's 60 feet on the bottom. That's a gadget cache of some aspect of it. That would, and no, it wouldn't get a lot of fines, but it'd still be a really cool. Would it be a 5.5 gadget cache on? So that'd be something kind of neat. Maybe that's something that we can ponder.
So Merlin says he has an idea for that birdhouse, but would it be a birdhouse or would it be a fish house?
That's very true. It'd be a fish house.
Well, I have been diving where you can see a bird swim by, but that's not very often. But
those are snake birds, is what I've seen. Yeah. That. So that would be okay. Hold on, I'm looking at the birdhouse, 50 feet down. That would be great. D.S. Davis was saying. Okay, yeah, okay. Fish house is what Merlin is saying. Submarine crypt tax is what Houston, Texas Dave is saying.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that.
That's a good idea. So you had to fix a device underwater, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle style. Is that TM? That's probably not what, but I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm thinking. Does that mean something else?
It doesn't mean something else. I am curious. I am tired. And I'm just curious. That to me means Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I grew up in the 80s, so that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to me.
Yeah, same here. But that would bring you back to, what was the movie? Few Good Men? Was that what it was with the dive?
Few Good Men was with Tom Cruise. Jr. Oh, no, that's I know what one you're talking about where he dives.
Yeah, he's the diver and he has to put the thing together. He was down there for so long and they're about to pull him up. I don't
remember, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles, that's what they're talking about. Let's hear a cubic have an extra tank for those that might take too long to solve the gadget. Well, it depends on how deep it is, because in your bottom time, that's completely, that'd be kind of, you're only allowed to be down there for so long. So that would be something. This is something to think about. Oh,
you just have to decompress longer, I guess. I don't know.
It could be.
Do you guys have to decompress?
Fish birdhouse, if it's in the ocean.
Oh, what a good idea! Actually, that's a great idea.
That is a good idea. Yeah, we may have to do more of these random shows because this is kind of fun.
I agree.
Cuba Gooding Jr. was in it. Martin was saying. So yeah, so that would be really cool. I think that would be something that would be kind of fun, and maybe we can think about how we could do that in another show after Cache Fest. Because like I said, right now we're getting ready for Cache Fest, so there's a lot of stuff that we're doing in the background with everything. But I like the idea of a dive gadget cache. I've thought about it before, and I think that would be a lot of fun. So something unique. I mean, I wouldn't get a lot of fines, but think about the logs that you'd get from this, and that's the important thing. So, are you okay, Chad?
Yeah, my earpieces. I'm going to take it out.
Okay.
I still have one earpiece, and I'm also looking at IMDb to find out the name of that movie. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
I figured you'll hold the chat down.
Yeah, I'll hold the chat down. I've got all that. Let's see who can do this faster. Somebody in the chat, drop in the name of the movie. See if you can beat Chad.
Oh, I'm sure they can. I'm slow.
I'm timing it. I'm going to just count down from 20. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Oh, I don't know where it is on here.
4, 3, 2, 1 3/4, 1 1/2, 1 1/4.
I didn't realize he was in some MacGyver movies.
0. All right, so nobody beats you getting it. Yes, he was in what, MacGyver movies?
Yeah.
Or series?
Yeah.
That is interesting. That's kind of random.
Men of Honor. I think Men of Honor. Wasn't that it?
Men of Honor. Yes, that's what it was. It was Men of Honor. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Boy, that was the slowest I could look it up. But IMD page on here is different than my iPad.
yeah, it is. It is. It's a little bit different. So
But I'm
all
also
right. So
slow.
why don't you go into one of the ones that you were talking about, and I'll pull up one of the emails that we got on some ideas
Yes.
that came in from this last weekend.
Okay. So I have printed a couple things that I was thinking would be fun to put out in the wild. I'm not sure how to put it or how to make the cache or how you put it out or do a puzzle, if you can even do a puzzle, or just maybe stick this container out on its own. I know it's a different type of game, but I made these. I don't know if anybody does other games on their phones, but I made these balls here that
Gotta catch 'em
actually
all.
open up. So they could be, you could put a logbook in here. And I think these would be fun to hide in bushes or somewhere around the place, although they may end up disappearing. But I wanted to talk to the chat and see what would be a good idea on how to hide them, and maybe a puzzle for them. I can actually probably add some kind of a lock to it. So you would actually have to figure out a puzzle. I don't know if there's very many Pokemoners out there or not, but if you have an idea,
Pokemon's out there.
yeah, if you have an idea, let me know in the chat, and I'd love to come up with an idea to hide it out or hide them. And while that's happening, I also wanted to let everybody know that the Magneto Secret LPC lair is out and live. Here is the GC code. Now that's the one we made. That's a lamppost, or the lamppost hide, where you have to get the magnet underneath the lamp skirt. So if you want to watch it or read some logs, go ahead and go on there. It's doing pretty good at 72% favorites right now. So
That's pretty good.
Not too bad. There was some issues, so I will admit, the front plate of it, when we glued on when I glued the box onto the front of the plate, I must not have put too much of the glue on there or solvent. And so when it got real hot, it expanded and popped off. And so the box itself fell into the lamp skirt post. So one of the logs was like, I can see it down there, but there's a bunch of wires. I was like, what? You shouldn't be able to see wires. So I went and looked at it and ended up having to take it out and glue it all back together. And now we've had actually 4 hotter days than that, and we haven't had any issues. But I will admit that someone did try and take a screwdriver to that door and open it, and that might have also flexed enough to pop it. But I've messed with it. I've tested it, and I haven't had any issues with it now. So it's working fine. So make sure when you put solvent on that, you put enough to hold it for a while.
Right. All right. That's my concern too. I did find out because I have the other LPC gadget that you made, and I have it here. And something I found out is that baby latch is actually polar sensitive. It's not just a metal that pops it, but because if you have the wrong pole, and I don't know if it was the positive or the negative pole, if you have the wrong pole of the magnet, it will not open. So you just can't randomly take a magnet to it and do it.
I've had that comment. So people brought their own magnet, and I've actually gotten messages through the geocaching app asking about that, because they said it wouldn't work until they used my magnet.
Right.
So yes, that's I found that out when I was making it. So I don't know if anybody, I guess I didn't show the bolt. I think we already deleted the photos. I 3D printed a bolt with a nut on it. And inside of it, I put magnets, some rare earth magnets inside. And then what I ended up doing was hot gluing them in there, and then also gluing them with some good glue I have. And
Right.
The first time I did it, it didn't work. So I had to take it apart and or pretty much make a new one and flip the magnets around, and it worked. So I found that out accidentally as well.
Yeah, and I was like, what? As I almost messaged you, I was like, why is this not opening? I can't get this thing. And then I realized, wait, hold on, I'm just curious, and flipped the magnet and got it open. I'm like, holy cow. So evidently there's a magnet in there to be able to do that. All right, so this email came in from I'm seeing if he's got his geocache name in here. Came from Paul, and he says
Yeah.
it was on my box that I had the Cryptex box to make it into a Star Wars theme, and the question it would be all in see if I can say this right. Arabesh. It would be an Arabesh, which is Galactic Basic for those that don't know. Would have a question in Arabesh, and I guess the letters would be the answer would actually be would be in English, and they would have to figure it out. So the question could be, well, I don't know. I'm not going to give it away because I don't want to say what it is in case I actually end up doing that one. But it would be an Arabesh on the top, and then down below it would actually have the letters in there. That was close. The letters in there to actually give the answers for it to actually be able to open. So that's an idea. And then I saw there was a couple of them that came in, and I was trying to find them on yours, and I don't know.
Here's this is Paul's geocaching name here, Sparky916.
Okay.
I thought you froze for a minute.
No, I'm sorry. I was thinking.
I do that all the time.
I know. I thought you froze when you were messing with your earpiece.
Oh.
Because it was like.
Yeah, it was rattling. It was not sounding that great.
Okay, so Paul Rossi. Yeah, so that's Sparky 916. So yeah, so great idea. I love the idea. That's really cool. I love that. And because I mean, as y'all know, Chad and I both are huge Star Wars fans. Completely random. If you haven't seen Obi-Wan, oh my gosh, what'd you think, Chad? What'd you think of the last episode?
It was good. I kind of want more.
I want a season 2.
I don't think that they set up so it's not. I don't know if they plan on doing another season of it. I don't know.
I think they can. There's so much they can tell. There's another 9 years, 10 years in between there that they could do.
Yeah, I always want more Star Wars, so it doesn't really matter. But
that's I would love to see another season. But so like it's back on what we were saying. We love Star Wars, so love Star Wars themes, anything. All right. So what was, and I think Sparky916 sent us another one too, and I'm trying to, because Sunday show really got his brain cooking on some ideas.
For those,
trying to find it.
For those who didn't watch Sunday and want to know what we're talking about, we partnered up, or we did a show with the Puzzle Talk guys, and kind of came up with some ideas on some caches. So Derek has a Cryptex for an ammo can. And then for me, I don't remember what I'm making. That's okay. I got to go back and watch the show now to remember what I'm supposed to be making. So anyways, we're both going to be making puzzles with the Gadget Boys. They're coming up with the puzzle. We're making the Gadget Cache. So we're just teaming up with them. So it'll actually be really fun. And I believe you'll be able to find these hopefully at Cache Fest. I know yours you'll be able to find at Cache Fest, right?
Yeah, I'm planning on, I got to get in there and build it. I know this week's show for my channel is already done. It'll come out. I did it Sunday. I'm
doing a cube with different 4 sides. Okay, I remember now.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Tom. And that was what I was looking for. There was an idea. I think it was Paul that sent that as well, or Sparky916 sent that as well. And I was trying to find the email, and I couldn't find it. But I had like over 100 emails come in as I was underwater today. So it's buried somewhere in my email. And that's a slow day for me, unfortunately. But yeah, that'd be, I know there are really cool ideas, and it was more Arduino based aspects of it too, if I remember right. So, but those are really good ideas. So here's the question:
my Gadget Talk email is blocked out.
How long does it take to print a Pokeball?
How many printers do you have? Yeah, each side takes 5.5 hours. So the red, the red or the blue or the red or the white is about 5.5 hours. Now it depends on how you're printing it. You can adjust your speed. You can adjust. There's a lot of stuff you can adjust on it, right? The quality of the print. And then I have the interior, the black part here takes probably 2 hours to print. The button takes about 12 minutes. So 15 hours ish if you have one printer.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to put this comment up, but it's very controversial when I put this up, and you'll see why in a second. It's from Doug or Rumba Cats, and it says, I'm making a Star Wars puzzle cache like a Where's Waldo called Find the Imposter. Okay. I was trying to read it in small. Find the Imposter. The lot code is Spock.
I like that. That's cool. So you're going to have a Star Trek guy in the middle of a Star Wars. I like that. What a good idea.
First I was like, I misread Finding Waldo, and I missed this Find the Imposter, and I was about to be a little annoyed, but I'm okay now. So I'm tired. That's my excuse. I'm tired. I'm very tired. It's a good tired. And if you didn't catch the first of the show and know why I'm tired, after we're done, go back and watch the first half. What's this? Pokeball would make a good snag the tag hide. It would. That would make a good snag the tag hide. Oh, Pokey. Sorry, Dave. I was poking some fun at you on that one. Get it? Poking. All right. So, all right. I'm running through the chat real quick. Visual of Darth was awesome at the end. Yeah, it was. That was great. I loved that fight sequence, and there's a fight on YouTube somewhere. You can see the entire fight sequence all put together, so it doesn't have the separation of the other stuff. And I like seeing it that way. That was a lot of fun. Run through the chats. There's some weird emoji. Looks like a duck from Houston, Dave. Gotta cache them off. Oh, yeah. You gotta cache them. You're muted. Your mic's dropped out, Chad. Did you mute yourself or the batteries died? So, yeah, I gotta cache them all. So, with Art of Crafted in here, almost forgot. Gadget Academy shirts at Gadget Fest. At CashCon. Hey, we got 3 Gadget Academies, so maybe it is Gadget Fest. I don't know. But don't forget, go check out artofcrafted.com. That we have the shirts. I hear your mic now, Chad.
No, I went to my camera. I just went to my camera mic.
Okay.
That'll be fine for
You're not walking around. You're good right there. So yeah, if you want to, from Art of Crafted, they are our official Academy shirts. You can get a Puzzle Academy, a Gadget Academy, or a Challenge Academy shirt. Go to Art of Crafted. You can order it there, especially if you didn't get a official shirt from Cache Fest. You can go on to Art of Crafted and go get them a shirt. Go get a shirt there. And if you're going to be at Cache Fest, Sean will bring it down to you. We'll bring it to Cache Fest, and you can pick it up there. Chad and I actually love the design of the Gadget Academy shirts. They're really cool. I mean, I'm going to be wearing. I'm going to probably be going through a couple shirts a day, but I'll be definitely wearing my Gadget Academy shirt at Gadget Academy. So they're all black, and they're a really cool shirt. Go check those out.
I just sent you that email from Paul about the.
Oh, you did? You just sent it to me?
Yeah, my Gmail logged out on my computer, but I found it on my phone. That's kind of weird. But okay. I sent it to you just now, so you can take a look.
Okay, as soon as I'll get it here in just a second. Figure out which of my 10 emails. Oh, there it is. Got it. Okay, so Paul is saying, that was mine. Okay.
Did you mention about this at Art of Crafted to use the code Worldwide Cache Fest Pickup?
Oh, no,
I guess when you order your shirt, put that code in and they'll bring it to the Cache Fest for you.
Right. So do that code, and then you're not having to pay shipping, I believe. And correct me if I'm wrong, Sean.
I would
that way,
think
yeah,
you wouldn't have to pay shipping.
I would think because it's just being driven down at that point. Sean's shipping it in his
And he
stamp.
says that code runs through the 1st, so they have to have a certain amount of time to print these shirts. So if you want one at Cache Fest, make sure you order it sooner than later, or at least before the 1st.
A lot sooner because the 1st is Friday. So you got to order it before this, but by this Friday. I know, trust me. Yeah, I still have caches I got to put out. I know.
Okay, so Articraft also said correct. So I'm hoping what he's talking about is no shipping. If you put in that code before the 1st or on the 1st, by the 1st, you won't have to pay any shipping.
Right. Okay, so there would be 2 colors on the correct text is what he was saying there. I thought there was another one that he said on here too. I could be wrong. Okay. What else did you got for us, Chad, of this tonight of randomness?
Hang on here. I think I found this other one.
And as you're doing that, I'm going to find one of our links for our shirts, and I'm going to pull it up on the screen as well. Because like I said, these shirts look really awesome. Jeff from Challenge Talk and Challenge Academy actually did the designs for these on this one. So we kind of said what we wanted, and then we kind of threw it at him and let him do it. So I'll pull that up real quick.
He did a good job.
He did. And we'll kind of give I know we talked about we wanted our cube on ours kind of tied all together because we have some other stuff that's been made for our academies as well. So that we've done. And it all kind of runs together. So, even though I'm in the hotel, I still have 2 screens. So that's why I'm looking off over here.
So this is the shirt for the Gadget Academy.
Yes, I put that in there. Yeah, so that's the shirt.
I thought maybe you got lost.
I did. Well, kind of, but I was also looking for all 3 of them. So
I like this. This has the picture of the cube on there, the Cache Fest 2022 and Gadget Academy. Jeff did a great job. I really like the electronics, the PCB look on the shirt itself.
Well,
too.
That goes back to something else that we have for those that are attending Gadget Academy. So the designs are similar, and you'll see that when you get it there at Academy as well. I'm still trying to find the other one. I know that's in a post.
No worries. Trying to think here. I could come up with something. I know we talked about showing some Shelf of Shame stuff, but
Chad, do you know what happened a year ago today?
Yeah, June 28th. I don't know.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to share my screen, and I just saw this, and I didn't realize this because I've been underwater all day. Let me share the screen. A year ago today, we did do a challenge talk. Good grief. Gadget talk. Of course. But do you recognize?
Oh, is this a year ago?
Yeah.
Today?
Year ago today.
That was the hottest day ever.
Oh my gosh, it was 117.
It was crazy.
So there I am at one of your caches.
Yeah.
That's the one that's there where you're talking about on Sunday. You're talking about on Sunday where they had people would pick up random muggles on the side just to kind of get in there with them.
So it's a teamwork cache. It takes 3 to 6 people, depending if you're height challenged, I guess.
So that was a year ago today.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. As I was looking over here, I was like, wait a minute.
Well, I didn't realize that was a year ago.
I didn't either. So
shoot. Hey, I keep getting these things pop up, but it's looks like it's a chat, but it's stuff from our Tom and Gary.
Oh yeah. They're they're in the chat on
Something else.
Messenger on one of the
Anyway.
multiple hundreds of chats that we're in with a bunch of people that goes off. Yeah. So yeah, I just saw that come in too.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna find the shirt, the picture of the shirt of everybody, of all the ones that we got, and I think I know it's on the Gadget Talk or Geocache Talk page.
Also, I'm just going to throw out there for people that are coming up here. If anybody's coming to Seattle for the 20th, if you end up having time, I will be at some of my caches throughout the week. So shoot me a message and see. I might be able to meet you guys or talk to you guys at some of the caches and kind of show you how I made them. I know a lot of times I'm getting a lot of people asking to visit caches and see how they're made and everything. So if you want to meet at a cache, let me know. Send me a message. Get in line.
Sounds great. Yep. Get yours in there. All right. Okay, here it is. I found it finally. Let me see if I can make this one bigger. Okay, so here is, and you'll see some other stuff on here as well. So here is all 3 shirts. So you got your Puzzle Academy, your Gadget Academy, and your Challenge Academy. All those shirts. You can go to artedcrafted.com /collections/all/WCW.
That's a lot of forward slashes.
You'll find them there. And don't forget to use the code. Where was that code? I lost it.
It is right here. Worldwide WWCF pickup.
Right.
All caps. If you do it in lowercase, you won't get it.
Right. Do it all. Okay.
I'm just joking. I don't know.
I don't know.
I would think you'd be able to see that. I don't know how that works.
Right. So I'm going to throw a quick shout out right here. I've seen somebody that was out there today out at the dam with us. It's Bird Garden. So he was out there with us and did some stuff out with us. So he's also got a YouTube channel. And I don't have it up here. Bird Garden, put it into the chat real quick. And Merlin and I are going to be on that channel as well because there was some stuff that was going on out there. So yeah, thanks for being out there with us today. Really appreciate it, and it was great getting to meet you out there. So let's see here. I'm going through here. The board.
We're just 3 weeks, right? Just under 3 weeks, or just about 3 weeks from the event. So it's going to be coming up quick.
Yeah, Martin's saying that our cube looks a lot like the board cube. Yeah,
it does. But I think what he was talking about is that design around that PCB.
Right.
Design.
It does.
Actually, that cube looks more like a Star Wars cube storage unit.
Yeah.
In fact, if you watched,
I went out of focus. Bird Garden YouTube channel was out there, and he was part of our ground crew helping us with getting my big butt into. Actually, I have to rephrase that. I don't have a big butt. I have no butt. Getting my body into a 7mm wetsuit, helping get all that happening. So yeah, check him out, Bird Garden. If you love birding and stuff like that, check out his channel. I think it was like 9 species that he found out there while we were down diving today. So it's another out there. So check out his channel, Bird Garden YouTube channel. So check that out. Martin's saying exactly. Yeah, so it kind of looks like the board cube, and I'll bring that back up so we can see it again. So it kind of looks like the board cube a little bit. It does, just because it's that color even, but I still love that design. I love the colors. I love the colors on black. We were thinking about going a different color at one point, but when I saw it on black, and I think we all did, I was like, you know what? That looks so much better on a black shirt.
I'd wear that again. I don't know if I'd wear a lime green shirt or a bright green shirt again, but the black one I would wear again.
I have a Geocache Talk lime green shirt. I wear that when I need to be spotted from the International Space Station.
So Tom said, what's harder, getting into the suit or out? For me, it's getting out. I hate getting out of a wetsuit.
For me, yes. It was difficult. But either way, it was I had to have somebody else unzip me and zip me up. That's one thing.
Try
At the
caching?
end, you're so tired. It's because you've already just swam quite a bit or dove, and it was hard getting out of it. So especially when it was wet. But if you have to go dive again after you've taken it off and it's still wet, I'm gonna say getting back into it. So, all right. Did you have any other caches you wanted to show that you were kind of thinking of, Chad?
Not really.
In our random show.
No, I probably should have prepared better for it. Not really. I mean, that was pretty much all I was thinking about, kind of going over and just talking about random stuff, getting some ideas. I know you had your dive today, and then talk about our event here in a few weeks. And I don't know what. So, do you know if? Well, never mind. I'll talk to you about it later. Nothing to bring up on the show.
All right. Is that for another show?
That's for another show, or after the show.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I mean, not really. I mean, that was pretty much it. I haven't done too much on cache building, making stuff for Cache Fest. Working a lot, and my plan this next couple weeks is to actually tear this room apart and remodel it. So,
you're remodeling your shop?
Yeah, I want to change stuff around. You know how it is when you it's called a Kaizen, right? Continuous improvement. When you're working on stuff, you're like, oh, I'd rather have this here than here. It's kind of like the McDonald's brothers when you're working on stuff. So I want to move my paint booth into the other room, move the other 3D printer out here, just move some stuff around, make it a little bit better. So that's my plan to do here in the next few weeks, but that can change depending on how busy I get.
Yeah. My plans for the next few weeks before Cache Fest is to clean my shop.
My wood shop area is full of boxes for Cache Fest.
My living room is full of boxes for Cache Fest that's come in. Got a lot of stuff that's come in for it. I'm really excited. I cannot talk about more. I can talk a lot about what's going to happen in Cache Fest. You guys, if you're coming out, it's going to be a lot of fun. There's so much stuff that's going to be happening. Usually I don't put out a lot of caches, but I'm going to have a total, as of right now, making sure everything's there. It's going to be 8 to 9 caches out there that are going to be live that are mine. And that's unusual because that's a lot of caches for me to maintain. And y'all have heard me talk about this. I will not put a cache out unless I intend to maintain it. So I'm hoping these are really, a lot of these are not very, how can I put it? They're gadget caches or very creative caches, but there should not be a lot of maintenance to them. And that's so it should be a pretty easy maintenance. And that's what I'm liking right now because I want to make sure that you have every person that comes to the cache has the same experience that the previous person had. So
hey, GCDSK11 had a question here. So I have a random question for the chat. I'm building a Plinko cache that will be using a disc. I'm looking for a latch for the bottom. If you get it in the right slot, any ideas would help. To me,
I've seen it with the magnet.
Great question. So you can do
a
magnet system. You can do one of the latches we have, depending on how heavy your disc is. But I would almost move it over to an Arduino side and put a speed sensor on there. So and I have some right here. I just happen to have some. It might take me a second.
Really? You just happen to have it sitting there, Chad?
Yeah, I know I don't usually have stuff, but I have one of those.
So I like the cabinet latch idea because if it hits that, you wouldn't even have to use power on it. That's really cool because it would actually, because those cabinet latches will actually work without using using power to it. So if you maybe expanded the way it hits the latch and had it on the side, so if it fell as it fell, everybody thinks you need to come down the middle. But if you fell and hit on the side, one side of it, and had I'm trying to think, like a teeter-totter type thing, and when it hits it hits that latch and kicks out the door. That would be kind of cool. I like that. So that's an idea that I have. And Chad's got the speed sensor. I do with an Arduino.
So these are the speed sensors here, and so you'd program this, and when you can see there's a slot. I don't know if you can see that. There's a slot in there. The way I believe this works, when you have something that actually goes through that slot, it senses it, and then it would know if it went through the right slot. And so you just program it to the Arduino to recognize the correct slot or the center slot. That if it goes through that one, then it's a winner. If it doesn't, then it's a loser. There's actually an amazing one here in Seattle. If you are coming up to Seattle, Team Noltex has an amazing one. Plinko game that is, I don't know, it's one of the best caches I've found. It has the sounds and lights that flash and everything.
Oh, that's cool.
And if you are coming to Seattle, hopefully it's still out there. I know he's had some issues with muggles on it, but I would recommend checking that one out here. It's not too far from, it's about a half hour from Seattle area. But a latch, a good, trying to think of a really good latch, but I can't think of anything other than
the cabinet latch with that piece on the back of it. You don't, or here's the other option. Use that cabinet latch like that, and you have a momentary button at the bottom of it. If you wanted to keep it with battery, and it would fire it if it hit the right one. Or
you'd have to have some weight, enough weight to it, I think.
That,
you'd have
or
to test it out.
If the back of the Plinko somehow, if you use metal discs, and as it comes down, you have the leads that would activate the latch. So as it dropped, kind of like what we talked about the marble before, and it would activate the latch when the disc hits it, runs across it, that momentary, and still just have it at the open at the bottom. So they'd fall out, so they can pick it back up, put it at the top, run it through again, run it through, and until it hit the right two sections, the latch would not open until it came out in the right place.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it would be, a metal disc.
And if you need something with weight and you don't want to do metal, you can resin, and you have a resin printer. Resin prints are heavier, because they're solid. That would work as well. If you can 3D print one and put magnets in it, and you could use a magnetic system,
right?
Maybe that's something that we should visit on one of our shows.
Yeah, Doug, you're killing me.
Everybody's sending us messages other ways.
Yeah, I know. It's just, but Doug's sending us the message we've been wanting to see.
Yeah.
No. Thank you, Doug.
Yes.
Rumble Cats. But yeah, so yeah, that's a good question. I like that, and I think about how you want to do it. Yeah, reed switch and a magnet on a disc. Yeah, that's basically what I was kind of thinking of. That's another way. Yeah,
he's a great builder. I would think he would have some really good ideas.
He does have. Yeah, I'm in tri-caches. Disney.
We have a lot of
great
builders on here, so
of the north. So yeah, that's a great reed switch is another one. Magnet on the Plinko chip, card, disc, whatever you want to call it, plate. Dropping in metal, connecting to two terminals. Teeter-totter, speed switch, speed sensor. So yeah, there's a lot of different ways that you'd want to do it. Now it's up to you. So it says I could use the metal disc for weight or conductivity. Yes. Oh, I actually was able to say that correctly. That's amazing at this point.
You could run a copper tape to I don't know if that'd have enough power. Never mind. It's a bad idea.
Okay.
What
do you think of to make a magazine gadget cache issue? Are we talking about an FTF magazine?
I think Magazine is a magazine that already exists, isn't it? Maybe not.
Make magazine. Okay, make is that one. I was thinking FTF magazine. I was thinking geocaching magazine, and that would be cool. That would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. If you know of anybody.
So Chad and I have talked about doing a book before, a gadget talk, gadget cache book. We've talked about that. One of the things, this is on one of the things on my bucket list, and I think Chad and I have talked about this too, is if we could get enough time off and we can get enough sponsors and money to do this, we would like to get a RV, start on one side of the U.S. and hit gadget caches all the way across the U.S. Go and hit all the different builders and talk to them about their caches and stuff like that, and actually do a channel or whatever, and gadgets, and maybe it would be like Gadgets Across America or something like that, and just kind of go and see them and actually do that. So I think that would be a lot of fun. And what do you think, Chad?
I think it'd be a blast. We could come up with some caches and just go hit the road. I think we had a couple weeks. I think that'd be fun. I think we could. I don't know.
Yeah, we could probably travel for at least a month and we'd have an entire season of stuff. We could probably have good 50-something videos, so one a week, so a full year of videos. Gadget Tour 2023. That would be a lot of fun. So, I mean, as we're kind of talking,
I can make it work. I get a lot of vacations, so to me, that's not the time off. Is not the issue.
No, it's the funding. It would be the funding for us to be able to do this. Get sponsors.
It'd be fun, isn't that the funding? Oh no, that's different.
No, it's the fun thing, but not the funding. But yeah, being able to do that across. Good grief, everybody is messaging us right now.
Yeah. Bot Matrix, if you know someone there and they would be interested in talking to us or doing a part on us, send us an email at the Gadget Talk podcast. I'm not as quick at these banners as Derek is. Right here, gadgettalkpodcast@gmail.com. And we'd love to talk to someone there.
Yeah, that'd be great. I love that. That would be a lot of fun because we could come up with some different stuff. Mainly Chad, probably. I mean, I can talk about random stuff. So
it's not a big deal. I've had some people come and do tours of the shop and do photos and stuff, and whatever. I mean, there's all kinds of makers, and it'd just be fun to get out there.
Yeah. I'm just curious in the chat, how many people every time we've said random has taken a drink tonight? Because we've said random quite a bit. Random. Some people aren't going to be able to make it into work if they are.
I've not heard of Make Magazine, so I'm going to have to check into that. I actually pulled it up here. I'm going to have to look at it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor by the way yet.
So Rumbacat says, go do a GoFundMe. I'll contribute. Maybe we could do what, I don't know if it would be either GoFundMe or what Josh did for his magazine, a Indiegogo. That's what it was called. It sounded, every time I think of Indiegogo, I think of Austin Powers and the Go-Go Dancers. And
now every time I hear it, I'm going to think of that. Thanks to you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That was random. But so what's sorry, Tom's like, enough that I are inebriated.
Well, I was trying to read that. I'm sitting there reading. I'm like, either I'm really tired or Tom is drunk.
So he's either smashed at this point or he's really joking with us because of me saying random all the time. So he's just saying he's kidding. So here's Articraft. How long of a trip? Week or two, and when? I may donate the Scamp Camper.
Let's do it. You know what? We could do different areas at different times, so it doesn't have to be one giant trip.
We could break it up, but I think it would be. I mean, how many? So here's. I don't know if anybody watched this show, but it was Men in Kilts. It was in Scotland. The guys from not Highlander. Wrong show. Outlander. Two of the guys, Jamie, and then one of his clanmate, they traveled through Scotland and went to a whole bunch of different places. That is almost what I kind of have envisioned of Chad and I, just kind of going to these different places and just talking about the different caches as we go to it. We do it, and then we go drive to another cache. So it'd be Gadgets Across America, whatever. I don't know.
Hey, that's actually good. That's a good name for it.
Gadgets Across America,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if we should split up, then would it be Gadgets International if we broke into Canada? Because there's some really great.
I want to stay away from Canada.
There's some great gadget builders that are in the chat room that are in Canada, and a lot of them are in the chat room right now.
Yeah, I guess if you're not from Medicine Hat, you'll be okay. But no, just joking.
Hey,
that's
we
not
just
too
got
far from here.
From Bird Garden here. Thank you, Bird Garden.
Thank you.
For the gadget
that will pay for a half a gallon of gas.
Well, no, I got gas 423 here yesterday, so that pays for a gallon. Where you're at a half a gallon, but for me it was a full gallon and a little bit extra. So, but thank you, Bird Garden, for the super chat. That is awesome. Really do appreciate that. So let's continue to talk about that, Chad, because that may be something.
That I wonder, can we do? We should do. Maybe we should talk about it off the show, but I'm going to bring it up. I don't get to spill beans very often or come with ideas, so
I don't have that.
Can we do gadgets or caches across Memphis here coming up in a month or 3 weeks?
No, not really, because mine are the only ones. So I don't know. I would rather highlight others than mine.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
That because we've always talked about we're on here, but all we're doing is trying to inspire others to do stuff, even though we show a lot of our stuff and what we do. And that's probably why most of my caches don't ever make it out, is because they're prototypes. And I want you to take what I've done and turn it into a cache, and then I can go find it. But and I'm not trying to be selfish on that, but I haven't really, and to be honest, I don't find a lot of gadget caches because they're not in my area when I'm at. And I traveled up here to Bristol for this dive, but I want to be able to travel a lot more and actually specifically go to gadget caches. I mean, when we're at Mingo, oh my gosh, Oddies, all the gadget caches we got to do up at Mingo was so much fun. Absolutely enjoyed it.
He's a great maker.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun.
Speaking of Oddie, got your first gallon of gas.
Yeah. There we go. And gas is down 1/100th or 1/1000th of a cent today. So,
Wow.
I'll stretch a little bit further.
Yeah, a little bit further. Gadgets Across America 2023. So yeah, get it trending. If anybody that really wants us to be able to do this, we got to be able to get the support and get the fundings for us to be able to do this. Thanks, Sean, for offering the scamp. That's a great idea. That might be fun. I have an idea, but I'll have to run it by somebody. But I like those little sprinter vans, the sprinter camper RV type style. Those would be a lot of fun too. Yeah, Audi is a genius, as Rama Cass is saying. Those were really great.
Well, Rivercats is not too bad either.
Who is also a genius. So
there's so many people in here that are great builders, which is why I'd love our chat.
Bot Matrix Assassin, is there a gadget cache list somewhere online? The only one I can think of that is pretty a little bit is on give me a second. It's a Geocache. Geocaching Central. GeocachingCentral.com. And I'm gonna pull it up real quick.
Okay, pull that up. So I'll throw something out there. If you know of a gadget cache in your area and you think it's worth finding, send us that GC number, and we'll take a look at it. Maybe if we get enough in a certain area that we can focus on that area, that would be a place to start.
Yeah, it'd be like a dinners, dives, and drives type thing.
Yeah.
Gadget caches. So Geocaching Central. They have. It's just some videos. They have videos that I'm looking at, how to make some of them, but I don't think there's an actual list. There's a puzzles, there's trackables, there's vloggers, there's where I goes, waymaking, social media, Earth caches, Adventure Labs, apps, association. But I don't see an actual list of gadget caches in anywhere.
No kilts, please. Well, that's just a challenge.
No, come on. If it's really hot, a kilt is really good.
Yeah.
I don't have one, but I've thought about it. I know a lot of friends. I know a lot of builders that they build in their shop on kilts.
Really?
I don't know if they wear it traditional or not, but I wasn't going to go and check. So, and Burgarden just gave us another
Wow.
super chat. Thank you.
You know, Burgarden, shoot me a email at gadgettalkpodcast@gmail.com. I'm going to send you something for that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Couple
Yeah, we got
something
something for you that we can send you on that.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate that. That's fun.
yeah, I do too. That's
Amazing.
awesome. And I owe you
Full
some pat
gallon
tags
now.
anyways, so we're gonna hook up on that too. So yeah, I went to diving today, knew of an event, and what I do with my pat tags, I left them on the bed, ready to go out this morning.
Cool.
So yeah, we got a full gallon now, and even in California where you can find gallon for $10 a gallon at some places, I've heard. So really do appreciate that. So all right, Chad, we are at our hour that we usually try to keep this to. This has been a great show. This has been kind of fun, doing kind of random, still getting some questions in there, figuring out some different stuff. Let us know in the chat if you like us doing this, because you may have some questions that may be a project that you're working on, and we've talked about doing this before, that you're working on, you're trying to get some ideas and bounce the ideas off of our head, like the Plinko, trying to figure out how we could do the Plinko. That would be really good.
Scott here mentioned West Virginia Tim's caches would be good.
I was reading
He
that
has
too.
a lot of amazing caches as
There's
well.
a lot of caches. You could spend quite a bit of time there in West Virginia just doing Tim's. And then we go to a shop and do a whole bunch of stuff there. So, yeah, because that would be really cool. If you go to different locations, you do a whole bunch of gadgets, and then we go to their shop tour and get a shop tour.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Because everybody has different shops.
Yeah, I have lots of people scheduled here next month. I'm a little nervous. That's one reason I want to
I've got a couple people at Cache Fest. I got a couple people at Cache Fest coming in. But
Gary, by the way, Gary mentioned you need to clean that up because we got to build.
I know we got to build the logbook. Let me rephrase that. I'm not building the logbook. They're using my shop.
Someone else on our team
David Vickery is building the logbook, coming in and using the shop. So,
you know, it would be fun too, not to get to drag this out, but if we did the Cache Across America, it'd be fun to have either some custom coins or shirts made, and we could go live somewhere, and the first person showing up could get the coin or the tag, or we hide it maybe.
We could set up random different events too, Cache America events at different locations that we know we're going to be in as well. And do a giveaway.
Arctic Cracked said, "What about North Dakota? Is there anything up in North Dakota?"
I don't know. Who's up in North Dakota that we could go do some caches?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anybody? Let us know. Anybody in the chat? I mean, there's not a lot up in North Dakota.
Yeah. But
I don't want to do that one in the winter. I'll tell you that much. That one's not happening in the winter.
Well, you know what? If we can get some snowmobiles or something like that, that'd be a blast. I'd go find them. Of course, we probably have to unbury them. And
like Gary says, smush that like button on there. So, and he stole that from Tom Brotherman. Rolling Gadget Cache on the Gadget X Mobile.
Oh, you know what? Oh, never mind. Oh, yeah. We'll talk about it later. Yeah, that would be awesome. I have a great idea for the Cache Mobile.
Okay, so yeah, pay for the trip with the vent coins. I buy them. That may be something.
Ooh, good idea.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, we'll have to talk about this, and if you guys have ideas, caches, anything like that, shoot us an email.
Yeah. Shoot us an email. would love to see it. And that's at course at gadgettalkpodcast@gmail.com.
Okay. Whoa,
If you have a
wait
cache
minute
that you have and you, oops, sorry. What was kick that back up, Chad? I'm on the other side. I have snowcats to use. Okay.
Now everybody calls them different. Is that a snowmobile or a snow machine?
Okay.
Let me know. So I had 5 snowmobiles and I finally got rid of them because it didn't snow up here very often anymore. And I missed
that one is last year. This time was 117 degrees in Seattle.
Yeah.
Gosh, I was about to melt. I was so happy to do that 8 cache there and cool off going through the tunnel. All right, so gadgettalkpodcast@gmail.com. Let's go ahead and send us an email if you got a gadget cache or an area that you think as we're talking about gadgets across America, go ahead and put that in there. See if that would be something that you got. Let us know and kind of so we can maybe start planning some stuff. Not going to guarantee it's going to happen, but it's something that we've really talked about. So we kind of spilled some beans on this, but we need your help to do it because we can't do it on it. So become a patron. That might help. But also, I like the idea of doing coins. Seeing that how that gets up with some stuff.
If you go to Gilby, I'm going to wear a Mickey Mouse suit. That'll be awesome to cash in a Mickey Mouse suit. We got it. It's Disneyland. Come on.
It is. But it has to be cool because if it's not
a gadget, it would be like a robotic or Mickey Mouse.
Don't forget, you can always find us on Instagram. You can always find us on Instagram at Gadget Talk Podcast. Check us out there. Tag us on any post that you want and that you see gadget wise, and you want us to see it. We'll catch that out. So at Gadget Talk Podcast on Instagram or in Twitter. We don't have Twitter, do we? We're just on Instagram. Geocache Talk Network on Twitter. You can get that, or you can always hit me up at Behind the Cache. And that's Behind the Cache on all social media. So, there. So, man, Chad, it's been a fast hour, but it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. Hey, we didn't have to build anything.
I didn't prep, obviously, so that was fun.
But hey,
and worry about it.
It was good. I love seeing how the chat's been popping, and we've been a lot of fun and doing a lot of different stuff in here on this. So. But all right, nice. So Sunday show. What is this? This is the first week of the month. It'll be the 3rd of July, so that should be Challenge Talk this week. So,
yes, and then if you listen to it and listen to the other shows, there's stuff for Cache Fest if you're showing up, like the parking app and stuff that they'll be sharing on our. I don't know if we have a Twitter account or whatever. I'm sure they're going to be sharing all that.
Twitter,
on there,
so. Facebook. If you're part of the Geocache Talk Network Facebook group, you'll see it in there. We'll try and share it on different social medias as well. But the Premier Parking app, if you're coming to Memphis, go ahead and get it and use that. It'll make your life a lot easier. Unfortunately, we couldn't get free parking everywhere, mostly nowhere. But there is some free parking in the area. But use the app; it's a lot easier, and it'll show you where a lot of places you can park. So
good enough. All right,
everybody. Thanks for joining us for this random show that may happen more randomly than we know. Wow, I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but that was funny. All right, guys. Good night.
All right. Good night, everybody.